Big up, and good afternoon to all of you. Big up all you legends in the building. Smash the like and subscribe for your boy Marken. I hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying the day. I certainly feel very good after the performance of Man United yesterday. Of course, I'm upset as well. I have to say it because I would expect to see performances like this every week. I mean, I don't expect to win every week. I hope to, but I also hope the players can give their best. Give it all. You know what I mean? Leave it all on the pitch. And if they do that, I expect us to always be very competitive, tough to beat, and a threat on goal. But you know what, guys? I'm not the only one. So let me get in. I wanted to invite all of you to have a conversation about what the manager had to say in his post-match reaction. And of course, your boy got it on the channel. You know what I mean? I have the post-match reaction of the manager here. And I just want to play it for you guys. I don't know if you've seen it already, but I want you to listen to what the manager was saying, because for me, it's really interesting what the manager had to say.
In the right direction, and maybe a big step in the right direction.
Yes, because the expectations were so much different than what we saw during the game. But I think I get more mad because of the other games. So it's even harder to understand some things, you know.
Bruno just said the same.
Exactly. You know what I mean? The manager is saying it right there. Bruno said it himself, and it's not the first time. But let's listen some more and hear what the guy has to say, because
if you can play like that, what's been happening before?
Yeah, because this is not about the system. It's not about the technique. It's about something else, and it's hard to understand even for the coach. So it was a point. I think they deserve the point, but it's just 1 point, and I think we should get mad and disappointed more than the other day against Newcastle, Bournemouth, Nottingham. More than that days, today we need to be really disappointed.
Guys, big up to Royden Frost. Big up to you as well, the great one in the building. And of course, guys, big up to Ricardo Pereira as well. I'll get back to your comment. Big up to Jack Reacher in the building, waiting outside, thunders and lightning. A little rover going, row, row, row. The mud can't wait. Big up to Ricardo Pereira. Ugarte was definitely incredible yesterday, 100%. Great one back to you, my bro. Sorry about that. Yes, I know we are angry. Last week, you look like relegation fodder. This week, you look like the Champions League finalists. Well, I mean, I got a haircut this week. Unless you're talking about Man United. Big up, bro. Big up. Royden Frost in the building. And you know what? I agree with the manager. It has nothing to do with the system. It has nothing to do with the tactics or the technique. It has everything to do with something else. But let's listen further to what the manager is saying, guys. Let's listen further.
Said that to your players?
No, because I have to calm down and to say the right things. We are in a difficult moment, but it's hard to don't get really mad.
So there was a moment, it was around about half an hour into the game, where Maguire crashed into a tackle, De Ligt crashed into a tackle. Is it things like that have been missing that are different today?
Yeah, in the way we recover position. So if we play against Liverpool every day, we will do that. So we have to do it against any opponent, and to understand that we need to fight really bad to get out of this situation. And then the way we play in certain moments of the game, we already proven in the other games that we can do it. But the way we work really competitive, that is the crucial thing going forward.
100%. Yo, and I mean, guys, don't get me wrong, you know, I mean, a lot of you might be mad at me because I backed Ten Hag, but I felt like Ten Hag meant to say some of these things, but he just couldn't communicate it like this guy can. And I think, yes, and for me, his communication and ability to navigate the situation and get his opinions out properly to the fans is an upgrade. I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? Big up to the great one. Yes, we'll talk about this just now. I just wanted to go through what the manager is saying, because I know a lot of fans have different opinions, different things, and different ideas, but when you hear it from the manager, I think it changes your perspective slightly. You know what I mean? So let's just finish up. This got a short 2 minutes again.
I don't know if you know the phrase, the penny has dropped. Was today the day the penny dropped, as in the players finally understood what you demand of them?
It's not just the players, all the club, all the staff, everybody. I think it's really clear for me. In 2 months, in not even 2 months, it was so clear. I'm saying that for so long. So I think is enough, you know. And again, I'm happy for the performance, not happy for the result, but I'm really mad because of the other games.
It felt like we saw the work on the training pitch out there today, especially maybe the early part of the match, the possession you had, the control you had. Is that the result of a few hard days' work at Carrington?
I don't want to say that it was the training that I had training and we performed well. I will say it again. Is the way we face the game. Is the way we are competitive. Not just the training. Of course, we are going to improve with training, but I don't want to use that. Is the way we face the game, and that you don't need training.
Okay, so what happened today that must happen against Arsenal, that must happen again against Southampton?
You can ask any fan. You can ask any person inside this speech. They will say the same thing. The way we will fight, the way we will face the opponent, the way we will believe, the way we go for the second ball, second phases, sometimes goal kick. We kick the ball for the other side of the half of the opponent to fight for the ball. It's so clear that anybody can answer that question.
And guys, we have all said this. Royden has said this. Danny B, brother, you have said this. The great one, you have said this. Ricardo said it. You know what I mean? Even Jack, he says it week in, week out. Even though Jack is mad and he's always being sarcastic about United, but he loves United so much. We all say it, guys, every one of us in different ways. Give that effort. Run. Leave it out on the pitch. And Luhmann comes in saying the same players, same formation, same style, same system. So what is the something else? Something different? Is it the Liverpool hunger? It wasn't there. The same team got battered by smaller teams. Well, this is what we're talking about, Luhmann. It's that hunger, that voraciousness, that will, that want, that never-ending desire to compete, that will to be the best. It's the mentality of a Man United player, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting because I think we're going to smash them all. And that's me. And you know that's me being me, bro. You know that's the Mark N doing Mark N things. You know what I'm saying? We look calmer for sure. When we controlled the midfield, we did so well. And to be fair, guys, the first 5-6 minutes, Liverpool looked to be having a good day. And it looked like it was going to be long. But then United just changed. That crashing tackle from De Ligt changed everything. Everyone woke up. They got angry. And they started to compete. And then for me, I felt like we were dominating at Anfield. We should have had 2 goals in the first half. So I could understand why the manager is upset. Why he's disappointed with the 1 point. Because I predicted a win. I told everyone, against all the odds, we will score first. And if Liverpool were to score back, we would still go into the half on equal terms. At worst, we should have had at least 4 or 5 goals yesterday. Harry Maguire should have buried that winner. Joshua Zirkzee should have scored instead of passing. But Harry Maguire should have stepped over and left it for Garnacho to win the game. But it didn't happen. But we got a well-fought point. Let's finish off this manager's press conference. Let's get into some of the other news, and I'll drop the link for everyone to come in and have their say.
And I know you like the little details sometimes. So I noticed today that Luke Shaw has travelled with the team. Mason Mount has travelled with the team. When Zirkzee went to warm up, he got a big round of applause from the away fans. Are these little details that help you on the path?
Okay. They are so clear. I don't need to say anything. You notice, the fans notice. So I think is really, really important. And today I feel that the players really wanted. And
100%.
the important thing is not to tomorrow relax, forget, and then in the next game return to the same behavior. I will do everything, more than the system that you guys are talking about. More than that, I will try to remember these players that we need to suffer in the football match. Suffer is part of our job.
So lastly then, today could be important if it's the start of something.
Of course.
Of course.
If tomorrow we
100.
relax, is the start of the same thing. So it's also my job. So I'm talking here, but it's also my job. But I guarantee you, I am really trying on the basics, and so we have to move on. Congratulations to the lads for the performance, not for the result.
Yeah, this is the most angry I've seen.
Guys, and yeah, well, you know, that was just a manager doing manager things. You know what I mean? I don't know what you guys think, but let me know. Let me drop the link in the comments if you guys want to come in and have your say. Of course, we talk about a few of the transfer topics coming in. Of course, you know, there's large reports that Vlahovic has been offered to United and swapped for Joshua Zirkzee by Juventus. I'm not a fan of Vlahovic. I would rather keep Zirkzee. And I didn't want Zirkzee. But I just feel like Vlahovic, yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm concerned. Now, if the deal is done, I'm gonna accept it. You know what I'm saying? We definitely need a striking option of a more senior level to kind of take the brunt of the pressure off of Højlund. He needs to develop. And I know everyone thought he had a horrible game, but I think he did well yesterday. I think he was unlucky. I think if he had made some different changes to some of his runs, he would have been in for a couple goals. And that's just me. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Onana player Hugh Roach in the Liverpool away point, just so MU Sheeps know, is cognizant of this fact, huh? Yeah, he did. Mark N. Short, Liverpool had an off day at the office. I don't believe that for one day, bro. I'm not agreeing with that. No time. Never. Onana was okay. I think I'm disappointed by the first goal, to be honest. I'm really disappointed. But other than that, yeah, I think he had a good game. And you know me, he's not one that gives me confidence. So I'm being really honest when I say that. Of course, the midfield would have been stronger with Ugarte and Bruno. I think they were competing for man of the match yesterday, to be fair. Shockingly enough, the two guys that missed the last game were the most important factors in this game. If you want to give credit, then give it to Ugarte. One-man show, he bullied Liverpool midfield. Your guy, ETH. Whoa, bro, he didn't play him because he wasn't match fit yet. Let's not rewrite history. Even Ugarte said after the first week of, you know, the really good game that he had under Van Nistelrooy, he said, I wasn't match fit. I just came up to form right now, so you're going to see the best of me now. So this is what Ten Hag was waiting on. Let's not rewrite history, bro. Let's keep it moving into the future. For me, we need 3 signings that we can do it now. Left wing back, striker, and CDM. I disagree with the striker part, but in the sense that I think we need a left wing back and we might need a backup. You know what I mean? We need an experienced striker, that's for sure. But I definitely think we need an attacking 10 like a Danny Olmo on a free. You know what I mean? The link is here, guys. Come in. Why still suffer in the puzzle solved? How much more time? Bro, the guy's only been here 6 weeks. We have an ailing squad for a decade. There are players who've been here for a decade and they haven't really won anything much. And they're not even leading the team. So we have to get these guys out. And realistically, it's going to take some time due to the mistake contracts that we've given, not by the structure, maybe by the structure before, but it's going to take time to get these players out one by one, all the while dealing with the fact that we don't have the money and we're close to FFP. Yo, big up to GBM Milko, my bro. We need a left 10 for sure. Big up, cuz. Hope you're well. Big up to you, broski. Yeah, we definitely need a left 10. And a left 10, like a Danny Olmo, I think would be very, very good. You know, next to Bruno, even next to Ahmad, or next to the likes of a Kobe Menu, we're going to be looking good. Chilling, my bro. Chilling, my bro. I should be coming home for Carnival. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll discuss that soon. Big up to you. When's a new song coming out, broski? Let me know. Gotta check it out. Abdullah Rahman says, we expected intensity, this fighting spirit for the rest of the season, yet we need a killer as a forward. Let's bring in one. Hoyland doesn't offer enough guarantee. I agree with that. He's young. He's 20, 21. You know, we always knew he was going to be a work in progress. Of course, he did get 16 goals last season. He's somewhere about 8 or 9 this season in all comps, I think, maybe more. He will work. You know what I mean? It's not his time. He should really not be the one leading the line. That's the honest thing to say. But he can still develop well, guys. And that's the one thing that I would have to always comment on, because we knew he was going to be here for development. So I don't think we should be too hard on the guy. Of course, we expect him to develop much faster, but it's just not happening. Interestingly enough, Fix is in the building. Haven't seen him for a while. Happy New Year, broski. What's good?
Good afternoon, Mark.
It's good,
Can
G.
you hear me?
Yeah, man, I can hear you clearly. You can hear me, bro?
Mark, can you hear me?
Yes, bro. I can hear you.
Okay, that performance yesterday was like a bit relief. I'm beginning to get tired of all these things. I was like, what is the need of sending Ten Hag away? And these players are here still giving us this kind of performance, you know. So the thing I grew tired of them not even putting in an effort. It was just like a surprise, but somehow yesterday, I even felt that we were going to win the game. When I went to the website to do my weekly lineup prediction and the prediction, I said we are going to win 2-1. To my greatest surprise, we were in the game all through. I will even say that the performance yesterday was better than the one we won at City.
100%.
So if they are going to keep this form going, not chicken out, though I was seeing that Kobe Manu is beginning to come into form, and or even Ogate himself, they are beginning. The fitness level has risen, So, and I think Darrow, his best game of the season was this game yesterday. The mistakes were not there, and he was thinking forward. No much of mistake passes yesterday. Like the manager said, the players they know what they need to do. They
100.
know they want to do. Just put in that effort. And I was reading throughout his comment yesterday. He said we were like the players, the staff, everybody. He just said it generally that everybody feel relaxed. United shouldn't be a place of where players will come and feel very relaxed, not putting in the work. So for the Zagzi one, to be honest with you, I know you don't like Osimhen. I would prefer Osimhen than that Vlahovic. I know you don't like him. I would prefer Osimhen than that Vlahovic because
Yeah, me too. I actually would take him over Vlahovic, to be honest, bro, as well. But I just find it hard to spend 70 million for Osimhen, bro, because I just feel like we can get something similar for less.
Galatasaray collected him on loan. They bought him on loan, and there is a clause in January that if any other clubs comes in, that he can also switch. So for me, with what the manager is doing, he needs a striker that can back a defender and hold the ball and bring the people into play. And Osimhen does that very well. If you say Osimhen and Vlahovic is a good in doing that, but he's not as strong as like Osimhen. He couldn't spin a defender like that. And Premier League's a different kind of league, compared to Italian league.
It is. Big up to the gaming simp in the building. Fix. I'm gonna bring Raiden up for 2 minutes. But stick around, right? Because after I get through to everybody, I'll bring you all back and we'll have a little discussion on some topics that I have now. So I'll bring you back just back in a little bit. Big up to Royden in the building. What's good,
Mark,
man? Happy
look
New
at
Year.
there. Look at that. Look
That's
at that.
super cool.
It's the city of Manchester with Manchester United on t-shirt.
That's
Right.
super cool, bro.
Yeah, I agree with Fix 100%. I'd rather take Osimhen than Vlahovic. Like he says, he's got that spin that he does, but it's not just his spin in the air. He's so good in the air and he's strong. He doesn't go down so easily. But you know what,
True.
Fix and Mark? I have one question for you. Is it really worth it to go for Osimhen if we don't have a wing that's creating a lot of chances?
Well, I mean, okay, this is the thing, right? And this is why I said that we need a 10, a left 10. Even my cousin is saying the same thing. You know, we need a left 10. More like an attacking midfielder who could play wide and play on the
like a
inside,
Cunha.
but still
Like a
create.
Cunha, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Cunha is our next option. You know, I mean, I prefer Danny Olmo because he on a free.
I like, if we could get Cole Palmer, I would take it.
Well, I mean, these are things like my dream is to get you know the Maverick from Germany back into England, which is the number 10 Jamal Musiala. But at the same time, it is what it is. But the question I want to initially ask is, you know, Ruben Amorim, he was talking, as you could see in the press conference, in the post-match reaction, he was saying, we should be upset, we should be disappointed, because we should be expecting to see these kind of performance week in, week out. And in a talk, he said it's not to do with the coaching, the tactics, the system. Say something else. Mentality. So what do you think?
I agree. We are very inconsistent. Like we beat City 2-1. The next game we lose. We go and draw to Liverpool. What's coming next? We've got a week for Arsenal to prepare for Arsenal. But who knows which team is going to pitch up? Which team is going to pitch up for Arsenal? And this thing, we are too inconsistent. It's one high, and then too many lows. Then one high and too many lows. But I think what I saw yesterday, in my opinion, even though we drew, was the best we've played under Ruben Amorim the whole season. So the way we played yesterday is actually the best we've played overall the whole season. We played we played better there than we even did in the Community Shield. You understand? So for me, I think we were brilliant yesterday. I would say Nunez can be lucky he didn't get a red card because he should have got a red card.
I mean, yeah, I think so as well. You know, there's a lot of moments in the game where I felt like they could have had more yellow cards. Man United could have got one or two more free kicks. We could have seen another replay or maybe a VAR check on the handball instance in the Liverpool box. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. The Garnacho offside was another thing that really disturbed me during the game.
I know we're going to sell. I know we want to sell Anthony, but no, I was thinking to myself the other day, how about putting Mazraoui on the left and playing Anthony on the right to link with Ahmad? That gives us more attacking options, but also we've got the defense of Mazraoui on the left, and he can also play across in as well. So I mean, for me, I was looking at that, but like I said, this January transfer window, if we can get a left wing back that can create more, then I would say, right, it's worth it to get a 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting, you know. There are some reports that, you know, we were in for this young Argentine player, Julio Sailor or something, his name or something like that.
Yeah.
But apparently, it looks like Bournemouth are going to sign him for £12 million, which gives us an opening to go after the likes of this guy who's played for them, Kirkes. So for me, I don't mind it. He looks the bill. He ready.
But you see, Mark, another, for me, a very important, a left wing back is not so important for me, but at the moment, for me, a CDM. If when Ugarte doesn't play, we get exposed. We were exposed against Liverpool, against Newcastle in the midfield. And this is why they hammered us, because they came through the middle and then they went out wide. Yesterday, if we had Ugarte against Newcastle, I think things might have been a little bit different, because he dictated. He was a beast yesterday. He took the ball. So many people going on about McAllister played so well. McAllister was just in the right positions a few times, but then I hardly ever saw him during the game. Ugarte, you always saw him because he got the ball. He took the ball, and I think if I'm not mistaken, he might have been involved in that second goal. I think he might have been involved somewhere there as well.
Possibly. It's gonna be
The lead up to
interesting.
it. Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. Stick around, right now. Go and bring on
Oh,
Ray
no problem.
Carl and and
Okay,
I'll
Ray
bring you
Cole.
back when at the
No
end.
problem.
Ray, we say
Big
you
up,
me.
man. What are you
Big up
saying,
to you,
man?
bro.
What are you
Chilling,
saying,
chilling.
man? Oh,
Enjoying it, bro.
well, yeah. At least the football is keeping me happy because the weather, man, is terrible now. It's snow,
I mean, it's
man.
not
Yeah,
that bad
yeah.
here, but you know, what I mean, it's a little cold, but it's chilling, you know.
Oh,
I
well,
went
that snow
outside
there.
without a jacket just now, and it was fine.
Oh, well, I wish I could say the same. It's all snowy and snowed in and all that. Yeah, had to shovel all the snow all over off the driveway. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm happy with the performance yesterday
100%.
because I really did thought that Liverpool was going to come and really give us a hiding because of what I've seen over the last couple of games. But I've always said it on here, man. The mentality of these lads frustrate me, and I 100% agree with what Admin came out and said. We must be angry because why these men don't show up when Wolves and Forest and Bournemouth come to play? Because this
100%.
team, this team for me is not as bad as what people say it is. We're definitely not a 13th place team, but these boys, I don't know what these boys do. Not to have the mentality to not show up to show up all the time. You know what I mean? Because the things what first don't when we play against Liverpool, I am not really that scared. What people were saying about, oh, we're gonna get smashed 8-0. Because I think coming the end of the week last week, I thought, you know what, we're gonna get a result here, because I always think that the players are always motivated to go play against big games. But when you get these little teams here, your Southamptons, your Wolves, I would say lesser teams. That's when I start to panic, because I realize then, hang on, in the first 10 minutes, you can see that these boys, they're not up for it. And this is how we always end up getting bad results against them, because it is a mentality thing with United. If we,
100.
exactly, man, if we come out like how we're supposed to come out against teams at home, against lesser teams, we'll win 80% of the games. Because you're telling me that they couldn't. You telling me they couldn't show up against Wolves like how they showed up against Liverpool?
For Wolves, Bournemouth. I mean, at home in general, in front
Exactly.
of 79,000 fans, you can't show up, King. No.
You know what I mean? That's all we're asking for them. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm asking you just to show up, and if you give 19% effort at Old Trafford, the other 10%, that crowd is going to carry you home.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I telling you, but I mean, we's be in the stands, bro, cheering these
Exactly.
brothers from minute one till the game whistle blow. And it's like,
and that's what the frustrating. People are happy with the win, yeah. Don't get me wrong, but we are absolutely mad and frustrated because we know that these lads can do a hell of a lot better than what they're doing. You know what I mean? And this is what I said when everyone was talking about, oh, it's Ten Hag. I said, no, it's not Ten Hag. It's the mentality of the team when they go out and play. And this is what I like about AMORIM. AMORIM is highlighting. I'm coming in here and I'm not seeing the mentality that I think that they should be shown for every game, training, because once you show up, you see, your opponent can smell, because we're watching the game from a distance, yeah, but the people who are playing the game, your opponent can watch you and sense you. And if he's looking in your eye and you think, you know what, this man ain't really on today, good, I'm just going to do what I got to do and win the game. You can sense that. And that's what teams are doing to us, But if you come to the team, if these lads come on against Arsenal, against Southampton, and give the effort, win your duels, do the basics, your skill level will come through. I mean, everybody was talking about Zerki. Remember, Zerki came on, and look what he was doing. Liverpool them thought, oh, this guy's lazy. They passed the ball. Zerk's run down the ball, got it, gave it to Harry, and Harry should have won the game. So you see, the man can play, but it's just that the mentality of what we do when we don't at it, we don't give the effort. You know what I mean? The 100% effort, what you need to do when you're playing for Manchester United, and your skill level will come through. You know, I always believe in giving 100% effort. That's all you need to do, and then all the skill that you've got, you will beat young man. But anyway, that's my rant, man, for the day, man.
All right, well, I'll bring you back because we're gonna chat about a few players after, so I'll bring you guys on
All
and
right,
ask
man.
you all the questions
No
about
worries.
it. So hold on for a few minutes. Great one, Brethren.
Yo, big up, Martin, big up.
Big up, bro. You were supposed to support me yesterday.
Nah, bro, I have to say the truth, innit? You got me.
Bro. Anyway,
I don't
what
want
your
the win
thoughts
to
are,
be.
bro? Because I
want the
know
win-
you watch the game. I know you watch. You see what the manager had to say. So I'll just give it the floor, bro.
Listen, I want to talk about some of the losses we have had over the past few weeks. And the reason I was coming in here in the chat and saying, even if we lose the next 3 games, I'm AMORIM in. You get me?
True.
And in all the games we lost, I think it is only Newcastle which I can put on the manager. If you look at the other losses, we actually played well, and it was a set piece. Now, obviously, as a system, like, yes, you can blame the manager for us conceding straight from the corner, but surely that's on the players. It's not like a system failure that Son Heung-min is whipping the ball in for Bayern. Like, all the goals we have been conceding have been set pieces. Apart from, Newcastle, yes, Lisandro could have done better, but even without the goals, we got dominated those first 25 minutes. I look at Spurs. How did Spurs beat us? Then Nottingham Forest. They took the lead from a set piece, we equalized, and then Bruno and Onana made the mistakes, 2-1, 3-1, Jing Bang. We couldn't get back in the game. Bournemouth, same thing. Like, we have actually been playing well, and obviously it is like, if I come out and I say this thing, I will start to look like you under Ten Hag. This guy's delusion, you get me? But I was saying the things, but I was even in the comments, I was saying, I'm backing this manager. Till the Newcastle game, I was like, okay, we could have done better in Newcastle. But all the other losses, I'm like, Arsenal, literally they were spamming corners, bro. You get me? And we had that chance from Dallo at halftime. If Dallo puts that in, we're 1-0 up at the Emirates. And no one would have said, no, it was even Arsenal fans were scared in the group chat. They were like, how Man United, AMORIM has changed them. And then they scored 2 set pieces and then they start chatting. You get me? And Liverpool, what happened to that Liverpool is what should have happened at Arsenal. Because Liverpool had set pieces, but Liverpool were trash. They're not like Arsenal. You get me? So that's why we're able to deal with Liverpool's set pieces. Maybe Liverpool were not trash. Maybe we have improved in set pieces. I don't know which one is which. Maybe both of the answers are correct. You get me?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we should discuss some of those points with the rest of the guys. So what I'll do is great one. I'm going to bring Rick Mankin and ask him the question about what AMORIM has to say, and then I'll bring everybody back in. So don't go anywhere, bro.
I'm here, bro. I'm here.
Rick, what you saying, bro?
How you doing, man? I'm good. It's just snowing over here, so just
Nice.
over here, just yeah. How are you doing?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm in a good spirits, you know what I mean? I felt good energy after that performance because I felt the energy of the team, you know. I was mostly upset. Of course, you know, the expected penalty shots from me is every game. You know, the expected ref doing bullshit from me every game. So, but other than that, I think the fellas gave a good account of themselves. After the first 7 to 10 minutes, I think United, we grew into the game, took over the game, and really appreciated the performance. I think some guys made 1 or 2 mistakes, but in all, I can't really fault none of the guys yesterday.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get pumped by Liverpool, but you know, listening to Amorim's comments, it tells you that it's not the managers, it's the players. These people choose when they want to show up and when they don't want to show up. So, and it is very frustrating for any manager to come in and say, hey, I mean, it's not the system, but when are you guys going to actually show up and do your job? So I'm glad Amorim said that. But we've seen this we've seen this with Ten Hag. They went to Barcelona and played Barcelona off the field. We've seen this with Oli. We've seen this with other managers. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what Amorim can do except for Manchester United to bring in new players. Now Vlahovic is very interesting, but you know what? Have you seen his salary per week? He's earning about $375,000 per week. He's the highest
That's
earning.
euros.
Yes, euros. He earns more than anybody on that Juventus team. I'm not taking him. You know what? I'll take that money, go to Frankfurt and buy Omar Mamouche. He's an excellent football player.
This is what I've
Excellent
been
football player.
saying.
He is better than Cunha. I swear to God. I have watched that guy and I was like, he is excellent. I would stay away from Vlahovic. I would not even go anywhere near Osimhen. Take that 25 million or 30 million, go to Frankfurt, pay for Omar Mamouche.
Bro, Man City want this guy right now, you know, bro. They enter in negotiations for this guy. They're trying to convince him, but he not really into City, you know. So United have a little window that we need to get in, because at some point, you know, the money will be more than the like, and he will go and play. But I think this brother offers something that we're missing. He have that kind of Cunha vibe. But for me, I find he's a prolific goal scorer. I think the way he shape up and play games, it doesn't matter the team he against, he's find a way to get his shots off. He's very, very, very good, in my opinion, at shooting and scoring from anywhere in mid-range and in the box. So
he reminds me of he's a faster version of Berbatov because of his ball skills. He can move with the ball, but he's very quick. So I would bring him in. I mean, I think of all the strikers we talk about, Osimhen, and I don't like Osimhen. I mean, he's okay, but that's not what I would look for. Omar Mamouche, he's more like a Cunha playing a striker. That's how I see him. He's really good. I've watched Bundesliga so many times. I was like, why is nobody signing this guy?
Well, I don't know, bro. But I'm gonna bring everybody back in. I want to ask you all 3 questions, right? But let me just share this with you guys. I'm gonna show you all this little bit of stuff here, because these are some of the reports that right now I would say interesting to the point where, I mean, to be fair, I kind of just looking at it like it's a possibility more so now. This is one of the most this report going on since the beginning, since the 1st of December. They're talking about Joshua Zirkzee leaving possibly to Italy. First it was with Atalanta, then it was maybe to another team, but now it's Juventus, right? And we are hearing, you know, the coach said he would like to keep him. Bruno said he would like him to stay. You know what I mean? So these are different things, right? And now we heard about the Vlahovic situation, because Juventus willing to offer Vlahovic, who's 70 million euros rated player, to United in a swap deal for Joshua Zirkzee. I think a lot of fans would be interested in this. I'm not one of those, to be fair. I'm not really hyped on Vlahovic either. Next topic is Marcus Rashford. You know what I mean? The offer for Milan is in. Of course, Manchester United is listening to offers. They revealed their stand. They don't want anything less than £40 million for this player. Will Milan meet that? They haven't sent in their formal offer just yet. So, for me, guys, I just looking at it from this perspective that I know everybody wants a striker, but I just feel like for some reason it would be better for us to get that attacking 10 midfielder and maybe a left wing back first before we get a new striker. You know what I mean? So, and besides
Mark,
I wanted to talk about Abba's comment, because you have a feeling the team will play well from home, away from home, but at home is where the nerves will kick in.
Well, I guess we shall have to wait for Southampton.
Yeah, here's a comment for all of you. What would you want? Would you want a striker now, or would you want Guy Orkes in the summer?
Gyökeres, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced by him, honestly, because we all saw him at Coventry, and he was just an average striker. So I'm not really convinced with Gyökeres, and the price tag on him for a 26, 27-year-old. I think he's a more matured version of Højlund. So I would, I mean, that's how I see them. He's a more matured version of him.
I mean, I can't disagree there because when I watch the guy play, bro, I just see Højlund literally. And for me, it's like, okay, he's more advanced. He's the finished article. So let's not take that away from him. He is doing his thing right now. So I'm not taking away the fact that he is that guy right now. But for me, I just feel like I want a different option. I would like Højlund to develop as a backup striker to take over maybe in 2 years. But I need a guy right now.
Oh,
And
Mark,
I feel
but
like
that midfield
Marmoush
worries me. Oof.
Yeah, the midfield worries me. This is why I like Marmoush. Because he's
Yeah, but
not
I'm
that
talking
guy
about
that
CDM.
needs the
I'm talking about
10
central
to create
defensive.
fame
Yeah.
everything.
I'm talking about central defensive midfielder because I know when Ugarte and Mainu don't play as our pivots, man, we've got problems. That midfield is just overrun, and Newcastle just push out wide, like Newcastle just pushed out wide, and the crosses just come in. That for me, we need another. I would rather go for another midfield if we can. Maybe get Gomez just to come in to rotate, and then in the summer go and get Ederson.
I don't know.
Right now, in
January,
January, I would want a left W back or whatever they call it, but left wing back, and a midfielder other than wasting money on Zirkzee right now, because I think we got goals in our team. You know, it's not that we're not creating chances or nothing like that. It's just I think at the moment I wouldn't waste a lot of money on that guy, because he's a summer move. That's a summer move, that. And to spend what 70 million or whatever they want, whatever Sporting will want, you know, that's we don't have a left wing back. You know what I mean? Dalo, yeah, he played well yesterday, but we've seen the guy, ain't it? And with the chap with the sorry man, I'm bad with names. Who's got his video on? Yeah, he's absolutely correct. Royan's right, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm worried about when Ugarte and Mainu's not there, because Casemiro and Ericsson is finished at this club.
I agree. They don't add anything, and they get
Exactly,
exposed.
man.
They were exposed against Newcastle horribly.
Exactly.
Horribly
exposed. And that's that second string that we need, isn't it? Because you know he's going to have a second string, because you can't play Ugarte and Benio or every bloody 90 minutes. So
yeah,
I'm worried. So in this January, I will look for another guy, you know, and a left wing back for real, and then maybe two players, move some on, two players, and then in the summer really go for a second striker and some more of what we need. Yeah.
I agree. I think left wing back and CDM. We shouldn't go and get a really expensive CDM now. I think we just need a CDM that can that's solid, that can rotate with Ugarte and Mainu, so that they're not playing every game. And then in the summer, go and get the second backup there, so that next season we've got two sets of CDMs. One CDM can play the one game, the next game the new CDMs come in and rotate like that. For me, I 100% a left wing back. We haven't got a left wing back, and we haven't had one. It's time to forget about Shaw and bless Malaysia. But I don't think Malaysia has got that. He's good. He's a good left back, I would say, but I don't think he is that left wing back that we need.
Exactly. Plus, he's just coming back from a long injury, man.
Yeah.
So we definitely need. Yeah, as you said, Roden, man, we need to forget about Shaw. I like Shaw, but the guy's never fit, man, and it's time to move on from him. And no one is in there. He's brilliant, but we don't see enough of him. So it's time to get rid of him. Like, you know
when
what I mean?
is he in there to be brilliant? the man say when he's in there, bro. I mean, like he does get in from time to time. To be fair, I'm not gonna crash it on him too much, you know. I'm a Luke Shaw, Berto Carlos fan, but I'm not a fan of the fact that he's never available. And for me, I think he doesn't get sticky enough for not being available. You know, I think, if I was to compare him to Anthony Martial, bro, he's stealing a living at United, bro. The man played less games than Martial. He been here 4 years longer. Yeah, bro.
He's another Phil Jones.
And Martial,
you know what I mean?
Martial took a loan too.
Yeah.
Martial was on loan too. So
exactly. That's why I said he was here 3 years longer and still play less games. 4 years, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, he's right.
You know, but
Marshall was alone. Yeah.
But what I could say is this: what's going to be interesting is that you mentioned Malacia, and as we talk about Joshua Zirkzee, you cannot mention Malacia because Juventus want Malacia.
Oh, we should ship him.
Mm.
I mean,
I mean,
we could carry his bags for him and take him to the airport.
Well, it makes so much sense why Juventus is no longer good. Look at the players they sign. Look, makes more sense now.
I would do a Malaysia and Bremer swap. I would do a Malaysia and Bremer swap.
I would never go near Bremer, bro. Gelson Bremer is a problem. He worse than Phil Jones, bro. He more talented, more physical, but when he injured, he out, bro.
Just touching on that subject there, Mark, where you said about the swap with Zirkzee and the Juventus
what we need?
I think. Sorry, guys. I think what happened. I think what happened with that is, I think if we're gonna go for Italian players, I think we're gonna have the same problem with because the Italian league is slow football, isn't it? And I don't know if I want to swap an Italian league player to come to the Premier League for Zirkzee, because again he'll have to speed up his game and learn and all this sort of thing. And you know, I mean, has Calafiori really done anything at Arsenal, really? You know what I mean? So
Calafiori was rocking when he was starting games at the beginning of the season, bro. He just
look how Scooby-Doo's been better for Napoli, eh? So I mean,
Lee Gunner hates Calafiori, so he must be trash. I don't.
Brother.
I think what Mark, I think what we need to bring in a left back on a loan. I think so. Then let's wait for this young guy, because I've been checking out on the guy. The guy seems very powerful, explosive kind of player.
Isn't Leon
Diego Leone?
Diego Leone, yeah.
I thought Diego.
That's next season.
I thought Diego Leone is like Seko Kone. Like I thought Diego Leone is like Seko Kone. Is going
for a loan this season.
Oh, but Sekou Kone is a DM, bro.
No, but I mean is that we sign a player for the future. I thought that's what Diego Leone is. Like Seko Kone.
He turns 18 in April, right? So that's when he joins United.
Yeah, but I don't think he will.
He
play
won't
for
be
us.
playing in the first team. I think.
Yeah, I think
he will spend a year in the academy.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've got to get, because that's why we're not using the academy players, because they're not used to they're not used to the 3-4-3 system, and AMORIM wants to incorporate it all the way down. That's why we haven't brought in Amas, Collier, and all those guys, because they're not used to that 3-4-3 system, and apparently it's quite a thing to adapt to. So it makes sense. But guys, which CDM would you go for now, if you could, that we could afford?
We had to go South America, bro, for a CDM we could afford.
I agree.
I mean, the guy that really stands out for me is that guy that plays for Brighton. But he's going to be expensive. Man. He's a beast. He's all over the place.
Oh, he's good. He's really good.
I like him
really
too, but you know, I also like Oscar Zambrano, but I think Oscar Zambrano at Brighton as well.
I just like the engine what Believer's got, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We need somebody. We need somebody that's got that engine like Ugarte. Then you can just have and then then we can just go and get somebody just to back Manu up in the summer, and that's perfect. Then our midfield is sorted.
Somebody
Edison at Atalanta can also do it. He's very energetic as well.
But you see, Atalanta won't release him now. They'll only really if you're gonna offer him, if you're gonna buy Edison from Atalanta, you're probably gonna get him in summer. That's the only problem, because I think they're second in their league, and they've already said that they will not release Edison for January. If teams want to go in for him, they can only go in the summer. So I doubt, unless we offer them 80 or 90 million, but I don't see that happening with all the stuff they're saying that we've got no money and stuff. So
No, I don't see United spending a big chunk of money in January. I don't see that.
I see some loans. I see some possibilities for loans. But what I wonder, what has gone really quiet is our links to Nipan. What's happening with that?
Mark, I heard Wolverhampton offered Cunha a new deal. Me, I'm just thinking in my brain that if we can just hijack it, I think that guy can do very well in the Ghana position.
60 mil, bro.
We don't have money.
60 mil for
Yeah.
Cunha. Just remember that.
We don't
That's
have
why
you
you
know
don't
what,
hear me
guys?
talk about Cunha, bro. You,
That's,
60 mil.
that's why
You said
Cunha will be
60
better
million or
this summer. Cunha, I think Cunha will be better for the summer.
I don't
think
think
it'll be
Cunha
better
should
for
be an option at all.
He's too expensive.
Too expensive.
Too expensive, man. Yeah,
That's
Wolves,
true.
Wolves,
That's
Wolves
true.
will kill us, man.
This guy this is Carlo. This is the young Oscar Zambrano that we was linked to last summer. That ended up Bournemouth ended up signing. I think he ended up at Hull on loan. He just got suspended for a doping breach, some asthma thing that he was taking, have something in it that
All right.
apparently. But this guy is supposed to be a younger, better version of Belieber.
Wow.
Because he
Wow.
actually came out of, as a real high rating in South America. He plays, I believe, is for Ecuador. Same thing like this guy. So we'll see how it goes with him. I would have liked us to go for a player like him because he is very physical, bro. He's very interesting. But
Mark,
that's
what's
what
the news on Nipan? What's the news
Nipan
on
is
Nipan?
attacking midfielder, though.
I know. I'm just asking. Is there any news? Is there any news on that?
There's no actual update on Nipan yet, but the situation with him is like Danny B saying here. 20th or the 25th of January is around the time when you'll see deals for players like that happen. Fix.
Our next match is it Southampton or Arsenal? Which one?
It's Arsenal FA Cup. It's Arsenal
Arsenal
FA
is the
Cup.
FA Cup midweek. Hold on.
Yes, and then Southampton. Then Southampton is the English Premier League game. So we've basically, I think we've got Southampton. We've got, I think, some smaller teams all the way there. Yeah.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
I'll share it to the screen so you guys can see it. The next game.
They're midweek games. Midweek games.
Yes, they will start. I think the end of January. Our Europa League games.
Our next game is Arsenal. Is against
on
Arsenal
Sunday.
On Sunday.
And then we've got Brighton.
Sunday,
Sorry, we've got Southampton.
Okay, we are not playing this week.
No, we're not playing this week. This week, no, not in the middle of the week. Yeah.
I think we only had 2 Premier League games in this month, bro, in January.
Yes, I think we've got Southampton after Arsenal, but they're the 7th. I think if I'm not wrong, 17th.
I need United to win that Arsenal game because the way our manager rotates in at that sports game, I feel the manager gave them the winning. I feel the manager gave them the winning that day, and that cup we should be aiming for it. Just
I agree with Fix because you know what, guys, if we go and let's say by chance we win the FA Cup, we cover our bases and then we win Europa League because I think we can win the Europa League. I think we can win. If we can win Europa League and win the FA Cup, we cover ourselves in 2 ways. We guaranteed Europe next season, regardless. So I think I agree with Fix. We need to go for the FA Cup and Europa League.
Yes, definitely.
So we play Arsenal Sunday and we play Southampton the following Thursday.
Oh, and then do we play Sunday again, hey?
I believe so.
The 18th
or no, wait,
a full week of
19th.
Full week.
Yeah.
In between games.
Yeah, that's
this month we only have, I believe, is two games in the Premier League this month. And
Wow.
2 games Premier League, 1 game FA Cup, and 2 games in the Europa League because we're playing on the 23rd against Rangers at home, and the following week we're playing against Steaua Bucuresti in Bucharest.
let's just put some winning. Let's put some winning together right now, starting from Arsenal. Put some winning together.
Yes.
To build the momentum going into the final round.
I mean, it is what it is. Man United will do what they have to do. I mean, at the end of the day, the way I look at it, guys, is that we will lose some games, we will win some games. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a difficult run.
You see, so we play Southampton, and then we play Brighton in
Brighton.
the English Premier League. Yes,
Thursday.
and then we've got Fulham. Yeah. Then the Thursday we've got Rangers. Then we've got Fulham. Then we've got FCSB, and then we've got Crystal Palace.
Also,
Man,
we have 4
if we
games
can-
this month.
and Tottenham. Okay, yes, that's
Tottenham
true.
is
Yes,
that
four
is
games.
February. Palace and
Uh-huh.
Tottenham is in February. So
The
is
Fulham game is
Everton
on my
and Ipswich.
birthday. Come on, United. I won
For me-
5-0.
Yeah,
Huh?
for me, guys, what I want is just the performance, man. That's what we want. We want the performance, what we saw
Yeah.
yesterday. And if you
Yeah.
get those
Yeah.
performances, then you
Yeah.
feel a bit, because this football is football. You might get dodged a pen
Yeah.
or something and lose it. But I don't really
Yeah.
bother about loss. I'm just right now the performances, because the performance will equal the wins down the road. Because
Yeah.
if we don't show up against Southampton, I want to lose me, because
100%.
we should
bro.
You're right.
we should be performing against Southampton and getting 3 points there,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Brighton will
Well, so
be one
what
more.
we got to do is
Yeah.
from yesterday's game, we just got to build on from yesterday. We've
That's
got
what
to
we got
build
to do,
on
yeah.
from yesterday and just go forward. And you know what? I think it's time to start going into that thing of every game as it comes, every game as it comes, every game as
Yeah.
it comes. Because January starts to get that 2 games a week. So Amorim's got his time now. He's got this, like Fix was saying, he's had this week of Liverpool, and then he's got next week for Arsenal to get some things. What I want to see is if we can sort out our set pieces, because Arsenal are going to come at us again on the set pieces. If we can sort out our set pieces, I think it helps us. It saves us a lot of ball ache. A lot of ball ache.
100.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, for me, guys, I know we want to see consistent performances. I expect to have a bit more consistency with the performances as well. But we know it's going to be up and down. The manager only been here like 6 weeks. He didn't really had that much time to coach. Realistically, some of these young players didn't have that much time to adapt to new things. You know, so I given it time. I given some of these players some time. I mean, I do hope certain players leave in January, but I do hope some players are given until at least the summer to prove themselves, because I feel like, you know, players like Garnacho, Højlund, Anthony, Ahmad, I think they have more levels to show us in this particular system under AMORIM. I think we will see a lot more levels. Even Xerxes,
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
even Minu, you know what I mean, Ugarte, Dioro.
Hey, regarding the Arsenal set pieces, do you think we should do the Monaco style and Brighton used it too, where we leave like 4 players up front and Arsenal can't put all the players in the box because it works?
Yeah.
Only
I mean,
Brighton
no,
have followed
also,
the Monaco
bro,
style. I don't know
players
why
just start to
other teams are not
move
doing
like assholes on the pitch, you know. Sorry to say it, but we just need to start moving like you know, like we don't care. Like we rough them up. You know what I mean? It's
I
so
like
simple,
Ahmad.
bro.
I liked Ahmad shushing the Liverpool fans. The humbleness is going away.
Exactly, man.
I said this weeks ago,
guys,
Ahmad
I
needs to
don't
stop being humble. He needs to stop being humble. And I
I
like
don't
Exactly,
like
man.
humble
It's
players,
lousy.
bro. I only like humble players when they're interacting with their home fans. You know, like they're humble towards the Man United fan base, cool.
Yeah.
But to everyone else,
Shit
stick
happens.
up the middle fingers, bro, and keep it
Exactly.
moving.
You gotta be a dick to him, because you know,
Yeah,
and that's
bro.
why people say Manchester United. When you look at our history, most of our teams, you know, they were dicks. I mean, Roy Keane was a dick. Okay,
Dwight
Cantona was a dick. Okay,
everybody.
Gabriel Heinz.
Remember what Roy Keane did to Haaland's dad.
Brother, forget just that, bro. It had, bro, Tevez, Anderson.
went to Everton.
Bro, I could name players from different seasons, Nicky Butt. Even
Exactly.
Paul Scholes in the early days was
Exactly.
a dread, man. Like, he's the course on men and walk past men like,
Exactly. Step over them and all that. Yeah, man.
you know what I mean? So, for all these
Erik
nice
Ten
boy
Hag.
footballers that fans like nowadays, give me the edgy characters, bro. We always had them, and they won we lots of titles.
Yeah,
You know,
I think too many footballers nowadays are becoming entitled. That's the problem.
yeah, bro.
They're
Softies.
entitled. Yeah, I mean, you blow them a kiss and they fall on the floor and they cry. These guys must watch some of these guys that play rugby. They break their arms in the tackle and they still play through the game.
Nah,
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Themselves up
I
and
would
off
not
they go.
advise that, but
Yeah,
it's
but
not rugby, I know, but at the same time, I
Yeah.
understand. You know, you need to be more
Yeah, yeah.
physical. You need to be a little bit more determined. Like, you know,
I just
somebody
wanna-
can't mash your big toe And you know you could still take a step and put that ball away, but you go and dive. Come on,
Mark, Mark, I wanted to say something. I saw something yesterday, and it came back to when Xerxes got a lot of heat. And you know that guy, I think everybody's complained that he was putting missed passes through. But if he works on that and he times those passes right, man, he's going to be putting players into space. And this is the thing. This is the thing why I think we shouldn't rush about Xerxes. I think we need to be patient with him. Give him the time, because those passes is just about timing. It's not something that he has to be retaught. He's just got to work on his timing. That's it, and it's got to coordinate with the player that's running into the space. And once he refines that, I mean, he might be the perfect 10. You don't know.
Yesterday I saw something about Zexi that I've not seen before. He was not going to be bullied. Yesterday I saw him shoving people around, doing stuff. I'm like, now he gets it. He gets it now.
He did it against Spurs too. He did it against Spurs too in the fourth minute. He did it too in that game.
For me, with Xerxes, I think the only thing with him is that he's just not got up to speed of the English league, and I think once he gets up to speed with it, he'd be a dangerous player, because I don't see him being a bad player, to be honest, because he's got touch, he can score a goal. I just think playing in Italy, where you got time to turn, look for pass. England's all about speed and rashness, you know what I mean? But once he gets, that's why I'm not giving up on Xerxes, because I always say he needs at least a season or so to gel, you know what I mean? And I don't understand why people were saying, get rid of him after 5 months. Man just came in August, so give him a season at least.
I mean,
before you call him off,
I mean, Gravenberch wasn't good last season, and now look at him. Look how he's come through.
Exactly.
Gravenberch,
He was bad. He was terrible last season with Gravenberch, but now look at him. You know what I mean?
Yesterday I saw something between Kobe Manu and Gravenberch, and Kobe was like, this you're not going to go past me. Like, this is not going to happen anymore. See, I like to see players fight. Like, you have to fight. Like, you are Manchester United. Where is that pride? You need to have that swag about you. That's what you need.
To be fair, and I will say this, we're Compost saying here, he awful in the air. But let me be honest, Compost. For a team that had the best header of a ball in the history of the Premier League in Dwight York, right? How many good headers of a ball has United had in general, bro? Doesn't that disappoint you more than anything else? For a team that had one of the players who's the best free kick taker in the world. We don't have a free kick taker right now that could score goals. Like, these are the things that just bother me. I don't know if it's bother all the rest of you guys, but when I look at all the facets of some of our greats, and I look at our academy, and I'm like, why isn't Dwight York header and technique being taught in our academy? Why isn't the free kick techniques of Beckham, and Ronaldo being taught in our academy to the young players? Because this is our franchise, bro. This is our brand. These players both they developed this talent at United, whether it was under Fergie or not. We could put that into use into example. Now, Dwight York coach in Trinidad and Tobago now, and the former youth academy coach or the under 21s is his assistant coach, right? Yeah. And I watch at some of the training sessions, and brother, I can tell you all, it will drastically improve my national team.
Mark,
can I say something as well? Together.
The commentators were talking yesterday that Rasmus Højlund, out of all the strikers in the English Premier League, has received the ball the least in the box. Out of all the strikers in the English,
I mean,
that's another thing. That's another thing. Yeah.
People say he don't make the runs, but you know what? That's a load of crap, because I see him making 4 or 5 runs and the ball never gets to him. I mean, Bruno didn't see him 2 or 3 times, and then when he did see him, he didn't get the ball to him. So he is making the movements. He is getting there, but the ball's just not getting.
Well, he actually pulled 2 defenders yesterday. He pulled 2 defenders yesterday when Ahmad scored, because 2 defenders ran towards Højlund because they thought the ball was going to go to Højlund. And then Ahmad got the ball and he opened and he created that space. So people need to stop the story that no, we need to sell Højlund. I mean, what kid at 19 goes and breaks Ronaldo's records? Jeez, no random kid goes and breaks. break Ronaldo's record at 19. You know, and
I
now
wouldn't
he's
say
just
it
gone.
like that.
He's
I
gone.
wouldn't.
Wait.
But
Which records-
he
which
talking
records did
about
Haaland break?
in the Champions League per game
Which
for the
records
age
did Haaland break for Ronaldo?
consecutive games he
No,
scored goals.
last season, Mark. Last
Yeah,
season.
that was in Champions League
last
last
season
season.
in the EPL. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the EPL, he scored 11 goals. The first Man United player to score 11 goals in as many games
Yeah,
or something
broke
like that.
Rooney's record. Yeah,
But he
Rooney's
did it
record. Yeah.
again in this season in Europe. So
Let's not.
I
do
mean,
this,
it is what it is with those stats, bro.
Nah, let's
Yeah.
ban those stats. Let's
Mark,
ban those stats. Come on, let's ban those stats. Rooney and
Mark,
Ronaldo. Nah, bro. Come on, guys. Let's be
Yeah,
serious.
Rick.
Let's be serious, guys. Let's be serious.
You know, I was thinking about something yesterday, and I'm thinking Mason Greenwood fits Amorim's system like a glove. He
Boy,
can
don't go
play
Mason-
down.
left end,
Mason
right end.
Greenwood, Jadon Sancho,
Oh
they
my
all fit.
God.
All of them.
Yeah, you know what? I
Oh my
think we have had enough discussions today because I don't want to make
Oh
this
my
about
No, we don't want to be
And
like
I
Mason
really,
Greenwood again,
as
man.
much as I want
By the way-
Oh my
Sancho
God.
to
Mark
come
N.
be the captain
Mark
of
N will make
Trinidad
this
and
show
lead
go
my
live.
team back to the World Cup,
Don't
I know
mention
I'm back at
Greenwood.
United, and no, bro. I swear to you.
Do not mention
finished.
Mason
Mark,
Greenwood when
what-
Mark N is here. Don't mention Greenwood when Mark N is here.
But
You'll
yeah,
miss
I'm
it.
telling you, bro.
No,
I
don't
just
agree
see
with
it
us,
right
bro.
through,
Don't
and I
agree
will
with us.
not
Once you mention
let it
Greenwood,
go, bro.
he starts
He must
trashing
return.
Ahmad.
That's
Ahmad
the,
is
when you know if
trash.
Ineos bring him back, I will be
I mean,
Ineos in forever, bro. I'm telling you.
I mean, we're trying to buy Naipan, we're trying to buy Diblin, but when you look at those two players,
You put
Mason
them
Greenwood is
together.
better than them. I
You
mean,
get Greenwood.
it's just so sad that I just
Bro, if you know it, bro, I go and buy the white kit on the 23rd when I go back, right? And
Greenwood
guess
has
what?
that.
You know what I was
Greenwood,
planning to do to put the name on the back of that kit?
Greenwood has that Van Persie-esque technique of the shot. It's like Van
Bro,
Persie.
I'm telling you, man, them will be so mad when I throw
Left
that
foot,
kit
right
on and
foot.
walk in the stadium, bro. Put Greenwood on the backward number 10 or 11, bro. Matter of
Hey,
fact,
Mark,
that's so
but,
wicked.
what-
I will put number 10 and put Greenwood on it, bro. I'm telling you.
Mark,
and I
you
will
were
hang it up
talking about
right
Danny
there, bro,
Olmo.
next to Ronaldo, bro. Watch.
Mark, you were
What shall I
talking
see?
about Danny Olmo, and you were saying that Danny Olmo, but what is the chance of getting him? Because he seems
by
You
the
have a
way-
good chance,
he's got
bro.
his heart set on
La Liga,
Barcelona.
RFF say no can do registration this season. That's it. So if Daniel
So
wants
you
to
don't
stay,
think he'll just sit there until the summer?
well, he's not going to play for Spain, is he? The World
Yeah,
Cup
that's
is
true.
upcoming. If you sit there tell someone this is why I say to everyone, you sit there tell someone wait on them, no problem. Let's just say for some God-given reason they don't finish top 4, and now they can't register you next season to start. It's our next drama. We going
Yeah.
My only problem is not the players just dealing with Barcelona, man. They've been shocking to deal with. Who else?
We're not dealing with Barcelona.
Listen.
We're not dealing with them. He's a
Let me
free-
clarify.
He's a free
If
agent.
Danny Olmo decides today, I am accepting Man United's deal, and Man United offer him £8 million a year, pounds. That's it. Fee set, price set, done. There's no
I know,
Barca, bro. He's a free agent. Barca can't
Alright.
stop anything. They
I didn't know
are
he was a
not
free agent.
selling a player.
all
So I
Barca-
don't know if everybody think Barca still selling him. He
What's
is
Barca
free.
doing?
He's a
Bar-
free agent as of the
Barcelona.
1st of January.
All right,
Right-
I didn't know that. I thought he's still a
right now what
Barcelona guy.
No, he's not.
All right, that's good.
Not a player.
That's make me happier because dealing with Barcelona, man, they've done us over with Pedro, with friggin' Frankie de Jong. I can't be asked with those jackasses.
Yeah, but
man.
the problem is, I think they've talked to Danny Olmo and have said, "Hey, man, we paid you for all this money. You can't just leave." So but if Olmo's like, ban you lot, I'm going, he can do it legal. But obviously, like imagine like we had some problems with Bruno. Bruno wouldn't just leave. He would be like, okay, let me wait for you to figure out your stuff because you bought me. That's the same thing with Danny Olmo. But if he wanted, he could say, ban you lot, I'm going to Man United. That's okay.
No, yes, Barcelona still owes Leipzig money,
And
but I
Olmo-
have nothing to
Olmo,
do
man.
with anything. No,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? No, it's a really terrible situation that Barcelona is in. Like, be fair, like we enjoying this downfall because it's Barcelona. They cheat us for years. How many
Exactly.
Champions League finals they rob we, bro? 2.
Exactly.
Anyway, but what I'm saying is, that's their mistake. They wasted 48 million. That's not our problem. I don't care. I'm being so real. I don't care. I'm a Man United fan. I want Danny Olmo. Hayden, you're late, bro. About to go. And I'm closing the show. So tomorrow,
Mark,
bro. Tomorrow.
One more thing.
You know?
This week we wasted £2 million on wages for players that we could sell. And now I'm it's a rough guess. Casemiro, Eriksen, Shaw, Lindelof. That's about £2 million a week.
Marcus
so we get rid of
Rashford.
we offload that. It's 104 million a year. Boom.
Exactly, man. Yeah, those players there for me are done, man. We just called.
Yeah, they're
Absolutely done.
All of
They're
them.
done.
Big
Yeah.
up Hayden. You know, bro, like, listen. It's got interesting situation that Man United find themselves in right now. I think that we have an interesting structure. The way they do things is very, very creative. I wouldn't put it past them. I think if Bouma Barada is who he said he is, guys, I wouldn't doubt Danny Olmo at the end of the window coming to
Bring
United.
Bertha as director of football.
We'll talk about Bertha. I'll drop in a video about Bertha at 6 o'clock, so you guys can check it out. I recorded it earlier, but it premiering at 6 o'clock. Andrew Bertha. Big up to everyone. Thank you all for joining. Big up to you, Royden. Big up to the great one. Big up to Ray Carl. Big up to Fix. Big up to Rika Mank as well. Big up to Danny B and Compost. Everyone in the chat. Noah Theodore. Big up to you, Hayden Pro as well. Big up to Jack Reacher in the building as well. Big up to LT coming in late. Big up to Ricardo Pereira as well. Guys, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having this discussion with all of you.
Big up, big up, big up.
Big up, guys, and we'll catch you guys later on.
All right. Thank you.
Baby.